My name is Omar Pradin, and I recently earned my MBA from Cal Poly's Orfalea College of Business. When I found out that Orfalea College has close relationships with top business firms, I was hooked. My fellow students and I were able to see how successful firms work from the inside out. Case in point, we got opportunity to travel to Silicon Valley and the Port of Los Angeles and visit with firms. And throughout the course of the school year, we had an opportunity to work hand in hand with local firms to partner and evaluate some of their business problems and apply the things that we were learning in our books. It's a night and day difference between studying something out of a case study and then going to see how managers and executives are dealing with the actual problem on the ground. I really believe that those long-standing relationships are what gave us that inside look at the factory floor and inside the boardroom, and have that discussion and be able to talk to that manager and go face to face and really ask tough questions about how they deal with overtime and how they deal with the challenges of pollution and global warming. At the end of the year, we had a fantastic opportunity to travel to China, and that was really a 2-week visit. It was a capstone experience to explore and kind of map onto our own understanding how the real world works when you actually take some of these business principles and apply them. China's going to play a big role in shaping the international economy, and they're just such a large player. So understanding their culture, having an opportunity to travel to China to see that firsthand, what's important to them, what's maybe not so important to them, it's going to be something that I remember and take away from this program. The fact that we have alumni all over the world in these international firms has really given us an opportunity to tap into their connections. And so when we got to go to China, we had an opportunity to network and travel and explore some of the firms and some of the places that you wouldn't otherwise get a chance to see.
And China now is the largest market, and we believe if we can...
Yeah, I found myself in a corporate boardroom in China offering my suggestions on marketing, sustainability, mergers and acquisitions, and it was a real treat to be able to offer something hopefully that was useful, and also to receive some feedback. To go to China, to sit down with the folks at Sealed Air and Lenovo and some of these other big firms, and really have them explain to us some of their challenges in sort of a panel setting, and be able to dialogue on some of the things that we've learned and propose some new ways of looking at that same old tired problem, as well as have them mentor us. I had a lot of fun. We got to have dinners as a group, did a lot of sightseeing. There was always this opportunity to cut loose, but you knew the next day you really had to be in top form. Culture is so important because you got to develop trust in any kind of business relationship. And if you're not able to understand where they're coming from, what their values are, it's because you probably don't understand their culture. The biggest impression for me was the English Corner, getting a chance to interact with average Chinese people, having an opportunity to hear kind of some of the challenges that they face and have them ask really tough questions, and they have very different perspectives on the U.S. So at the end of the day, really to get the most value out of an MBA program, you need to be there, you need to live it, you need to experience it. You can't just read it out of a book. And so that requires going to the source, asking tough questions, getting good feedback, developing those relationships, experiencing that corporate culture that you read about, and that's how you get the maximum amount of value from an MBA program. If I had to do it over again, I'd come right back to Cal Poly for my MBA. What I learned here, I just couldn't learn anywhere else.